Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm here today to talk about the Suitdancer project, forthcoming on Tone Control Music. The project's really about a way for me to distill a lot of my influences, particularly musical and cultural, into tracks, things that have had an impact on me over the years. Producers such as Nile Rodgers, Giorgio Moroder, Connie Plank, to name but a few. You know, I like all their various sounds. You know, I like dub, I like various production techniques, and Suitdancer is a way for me to put all of that together. I was a kid who grew up in the 1980s, lots of things on VHS, taping things. I was a big fan of science fiction, conspiracy thrillers, all kinds of things. I was a bit of a nerd, really. Within the project, it's very much been designed to be quite filmic. You know, it's the kind of soundtrack to the things I liked as a kid, the things I still like now. Over the years, there's been a lot of dance music that's influenced me. For instance, you know, I'm a big fan of Theo Parrish, Moody Man, the Detroit sound, the Underground Resistance. You know, big fan of Direxia, you know, James Stinson. I love that era of music, you know, and I think it hasn't been surpassed. I got into producing as a kid, really. My parents, you know, after me pestering them, managed to get hold of this basic Yamaha synthesizer where you could mix together like up to 4 tracks. And I was always obsessed with sound as a kid, you know. And one of my dreams was to have a room full of kit, basically, you know. And as the years went by, finally raised enough money and got myself an Atari, like a basic synthesizer, a sampler and an effects module. Started producing hip hop and jungle as it was back then. But I always had an ear for house because I had you know, some friends and relatives in the family who were deep into their US garage, and that had like a big influence at the time. Suitdancer, from a production perspective, is really a mixture of the old and the new. I use a lot of analog gear, synthesizers, and you know, studio outboard gear, but I'll also use the latest programs, plugins, etc. For me, it doesn't matter so much about how the sound is made as much as it does to be able to create the right vibe. In this EP, really, it reflects, you know, the kind of digital world that we live in. You know, it's very easy to have a number of different realities all going on at the same time. You might have a Facebook profile, you might have the life you lead on a day-to-day basis, and you know, there might be the way other people see you. I've tried to kind of synthesize that in a track where we don't know what's real. The track itself is really about the virtual realities we can find ourselves living in nowadays. Copshow is really my theme to like a futuristic police show from, you know, 10 years from now that you might see on a Saturday night. The Complex is kind of my my ode to like 70s kind of conspiracy films, you know, heavy use of the analog synth. And Night Sights, again, is kind of how I was feeling about London at the time when I made the track. Suitdancer is not just about the music, there's also a strong visual element involved in it. For Wireworld, I've made a video that reflects these different realities I was talking about, as much as there's a kind of a basic Cold War kind of sci-fi vibe going on there. Over the last 10 years, I've been working alongside Simon Finnegan on the Tone Control Music sound, basically developing music that's on a wide spectrum of soul, you know, from house to broken beat to techno, all manner of things. And there's basically going to be 3 EPs that come out of this project, which reflect where I've been at over the past few years, from leaving London, moving to Spain, and my hopes for the future. The remix by Mr. Beatnick is really cool. It's something I'm really chuffed with. We've spent many a long night talking about synthesizers, music, our different influences. But yeah, he's a good bloke and I really like his sound, and it's nice to see that he's getting the props. If people do want to connect, they can find me at the suitdancer.tumblr.com blog, as well as Twitter, suitdancer_.